Ah,
Now I
good
want to
people, good
ask
friends
about
also.
the dark side. Basically, when the party's over, you wake up, you're exhausted, your ears are ringing, and just other kind of related stuff that make it not so glamorous.
Yeah, there's obviously like a bunch of things. There's, like chasing payments. Do I give up or should I just keep chasing payments? There's a lot of people who pay late. You really have to be on it, and I don't like the feeling of asking for money ever, even if I'm owed it. Like I don't like asking for it. I like just like being paid, on time. So there's that aspect. There's obviously, your voice gets tired. You get tired psychologically of sometimes singing to crowds who don't even like you. You can do sets. You can sing your heart out for an hour and a half, and you can maybe not get even one, just not even one. That's many nights that happens, right? People
Do you
just
ever get
do not
heckled?
give a shit. They just um, I did once, like, or twice in once or twice, maybe in Abu Dhabi or even not even in Dubai, like in a festival in Abu Dhabi. I'm not saying specifically Abu Dhabi for any reason, but it happened like once, and then I remember I learned how to deal with it in a really good way. So like I was like I remember it was a gig where I was supposed to, it's the same one sort of I told you earlier about it, where I was pretending to busk, right, in a tunnel in Abu Dhabi that goes under a road and into like this big festival sort of area. Um and a lot of kids would, it was a place where you just walked by me as I sang, right? So a lot of kids would stop and heckle, and eventually I think on the third day of me doing it, I realized that the way to do it was, instead of ignore them, notice them earlier. Like
Hmm.
notice them earlier and give them attention somehow. So like
Incorporate
just look
them?
at them, point at them, smile at them, say something about them, say something in Arabic if they were Arab, to let them know, because I sing English songs, but I'm Arab. So sometimes, um, but I would know sort of like earlier on in the interaction, I got to knowing like these people are going to interact with me in a maybe not so savory way. So I'm gonna early on notice them, give them attention, and then that puts them on the spot, and they can be nothing but nice to you. So you learn these little like weird, very non-verbal communication things, like these dynamic interaction thingies, and yeah, you learn how to deal with it. But that's just good for life, because that's something you learn and you can apply to the rest of your life.
So you basically
uh
develop, and oh my God, I'm blanking out on the word. It's not cognition, it's not judgment, it's what's the word? Like, do you know what I
what
mean? Like,
no, what are you trying to say?
you've developed like it's an
Thick
automatic
skin.
response.
Yeah,
Instinct.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
thick, yeah, thick
instinct.
skin. No, I was saying thick skin, but yeah, I've always had an instinct with people. Like I've always known
Hmm.
I can read people pretty well. Like I know what they want, even if they won't say it, or I know what their intentions are, you know, a lot of the time.
So that's part of
Um,
the dark side of the
that's part of
industry.
it. Also, there's an aspect where shit goes to your head very fast, because again, like I said, it's a small community. So if you get recognition from one little brand, one little radio station, um, people are so instantly change their like
Hmm.
personas, even publicly, right? And they just sort of embrace this, or so, yeah, and they take on this like, okay, I'm there, I made it, you know. It's like, dude, you've had like one fucking show, you've just, yeah, you've had a couple gigs, like relax. Like I try to I try to be, I'm usually very self-deprecatory when I talk about myself, because it's a funny thing, and it's like a defense mechanism, and I've been doing it
Yeah.
since I was in high school. But I also know like I'm very good, and I'm trying to now like really own the things that I know I'm good at, because it's I'm even convincing myself. you know.
You're
But
proud, but you're
I
not
would
arrogant.
never. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would say. Like, I don't think I'm arrogant at all. Like, if someone doesn't want me for a gig, I understand. Like, I take it. I just, I don't go like, how could they not? And how could I not get this? And, um, I don't, um, say silly things on social media. I don't pretend that because I'm good at music, that my opinion at everything else must be true or golden. I
Yeah,
don't
you're not a
pretend
diva.
that I'm an expert on anything. I can be a bit of a diva at times, but like for good reason. Like, it's an exercise in, self-care, to not use a word that's fucking way too used these days, but like it is. Like, you got to learn how to ask for what you think you deserve, or what you think you've earned.
Yeah.
um what else?
So that's
That's
two
pretty
dark
much it. It
sides.
just goes to your head, pretty quick, and you develop like beef with people, where there's like, how can there be any beef in a community where there's like 20 to 30 really, like, realistically competing musicians? That's not even competition. There's no one needs to compete. There's 30 of us. That means, the entire audience of just the UAE, forget the Middle East, split between 20, 30 people. Wow, insane. That's amazing, you know so there's no need for beef. There's no need to be competing. There's no need for people to have like bad, hard feelings between each other. But for some reason, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in the
I think it
community.
just takes one person to kind of aggravate the group, because just one person making beef and starting beef kind of causes another person to start beef with someone else, like a domino effect,
Yeah,
and
there
they
is a
develop
domino
beef
effect
as a
for sure.
response.
There is a domino effect for sure. But I think also part of that is like literally genre based, because I think I don't have beef with anyone. I think everyone fucking, I'm good peachy with everyone. Like, I love all the musicians, and I like to think that, they like me and respect me as well. But it seems to me, it doesn't seem, it's what it is that that's all focused, like all that beef and all the things that are happening are more focused in that genre, which is like more rap, R&B, soul, hip
Yeah.
hop. That's where there's more friction. And again, this puts me in a very good position, because I'm lucky to not be in that genre. I'm still doing my guitar, Charlie Puth slash John Mayer slash, I don't know who, whoever else, sort of music. So again, like, there's no need for anyone. There's no one else but me here. There's no one else but me here. There's like a couple, but they're not doing it as intensely as I'm doing it. There's like Roni Sarkis, who's similar. He's even more folky than me. Like, I try to be a bit more groove based and a bit more um uh, yeah, I'm a bit different. Like, Roni's more folksy than I am. But yeah, like we're good friends, and that's, there's also Danny Aridi, who's really good. No one works harder than this guy, man.
Couple of
He's
shout
one hell of
outs
a
out there,
singer.
huh?
Yeah. No, I'm because for people who don't know the scene in Dubai, they might this might help them go and support it, or see something they
Yeah.
like, or go come see a gig, or whatever. You know, Jamie DeVille, also another great singer. He's in more of like in the R&B, also neo soul, groove school of things. Um, yeah, man, these guys are all really good, and like we're all friends. And I think it's also a youth thing. Like, the younger you are, the more likely you are to fall into these traps. And obviously, you want to model the people who you admire, and the people who you admire for sure have friction with other people. But that's like an international celebrity community, right? It's like
Yeah.
artists who are on top of the game, so it makes more sense there than in Dubai. But yeah, those are the dark parts of the scene, which, it's not many. You can deal with them. You
Did
can
you
deal
ever
with them.
feel like the more fame and success you were achieving over the years, the more fake people tended to aggregate around you?
I mean, I wouldn't say fake people. I would just say like almost every social interaction that is that is not with someone that you actually intimately know is sort of a performance, right?
Mm.
And in Dubai, everyone is really good at those, 1 to 2 minute performances.